So, students, I hope that by now you might have understood how to determine axis of symmetry and planes of symmetry in a particular geometry or molecules or lattices with which we are concerned here. A couple of more examples you should try to find out. For example, try this molecule. One is the cis form and the other is the trans form. And you have to find out which C2 axis, which symmetry axis is present in these molecules. Similarly, you have eclipsed ferrocene and staggered ferrocene. Try to find out which symmetry axes are present in both these. Today we will try to learn about another type of symmetry axis which is called improper axis of symmetry, which has been given a symbol S and a subscript N. How to identify this type of axis and what it is? So it can best be understood by the example of methane. And understanding the axis of methane or tetrahedron, regular tetrahedron, it is convenient to make it inside a cube. You place carbon at the body center, this hydrogen at this corner, this hydrogen at this corner, here this hydrogen here and this hydrogen here. This is a perfect tetrahedron. If you make a perfect cube, it will be a perfect tetrahedron. Now, what is S-axis? This is an axis if I ask you whether this axis is a C4 for the cube or not, for the cube, and I'm sure you will say yes. But this axis is not a C4 for tetrahedron, because if you forget the cube and consider only tetrahedron, then if you rotate the tetrahedron by 90 degree around this axis, then this hydrogen will come here at this place, and this hydrogen will come here, and this hydrogen will come here, and this hydrogen will come here if you rotate by just 90 degree. Then of course after rotation and before rotation, orientations are not similar. Therefore, this axis is a C4 for cube, but not for tetrahedron. In crystallography, tetrahedron is given a symbol TD, like this. It is clear. But suppose one thing. Suppose you rotate this tetrahedron around this axis by 90 degree, and after rotation by 90 degree, you apply a mirror plane perpendicular to the axis, I mean mirror plane operation, then what will happen? You rotate by 90 degree, this hydrogen will come here, this hydrogen will come here, I am making small circles, and this hydrogen will come here, and this hydrogen will come here. There is a point. Again, think about it. Now I am saying that you rotate by 90 degree only half part of the molecule. Means you imagine a mirror plane here. Containing this carbon, and this plane is of course a rectangular mirror plane of symmetry present between this face and this face of the cube, and this is also containing the carbon. There is a plane. Now you rotate, considering this as a C4 axis, only half of the tetrahedron. So this hydrogen will go there, and this hydrogen will come here, and these two remain at the same position because मैंने क्या कहा, you rotate only half part. So this hydrogen will come here, and this hydrogen will come here, and then you apply the mirror operation. Then obviously the hydrogen which has come here will find an image here, and the hydrogen which has now come here will find an image here. If this is the situation, then we say that this tetrahedron has S4 axis, although it does not have C4 axis. It means that Sn is equal to Cn operation plus sigma horizontal operation. Half part of the body you apply Cn operation or C2, C3, C4, and after doing for the half part rotation operation, whatever situation you get, you apply a horizontal plane and do the operation. And if you get similar orientation or similar things, similar atoms, then you say that this body has S axis. Suppose this had been a unit cell of NaCl and all corners are occupied by Cl, and if I ask you whether it has a S4 or not, then obviously it has S4. It has C4, it also has S4. So it is S4 for tetrahedron, this axis. So if I ask you how many S4 are there, then answer will be 3. There are 3 S4 for the tetrahedron, and of course 3 S4 for the cube. There are 0 C4 for the tetrahedron, but there are 3 C4 for the cube. So this is the difference between S axis and C axis. Before I proceed, I must talk about center of symmetry right now here. You know there are three elements of symmetry: axis, plane, and point. I want to talk about point of symmetry right now before discussing S-axis in detail. Why? Because center of symmetry or point of symmetry are also called center of inversion is given symbol I, and it is nothing but an S2 axis, that is C2 followed by sigma H. If anybody has this combination of symmetry or operations, C2 for C2 in other upper half, upper lower is irrelevant to say, but for your understanding, your view, the way you are viewing, something upper, something lower. So C2 in the first half and then followed by sigma H operation in the rest part, if it gives similar atoms, similar images, then it will be called center of inversion. Let us quickly check, because you must have read a definition of center of symmetry. It is a point in the body from which you move in one direction, you get something, some atom, and exactly from that point you move in the opposite direction and you get the same atom, similar atom. Then it is said to have center of symmetry. Whether that definition is fitting over here or not, let us check it. Let us check in the cube itself, sodium chloride unit cell. This is the cube. This is the C4 axis for the cube. This is also a C2 axis, you know, if you apply 2 times. So it is also a C2 axis for the cube. Then you perform C2 operation, then there is a mirror plane here. You perform C2 operation for the upper part. So this atom will come here, this atom will come here. They will exchange. And then apply the mirror operation, obviously you will get images after C2 performing here. So this C4 is also S4, as I already explained to you. It is also S2 axis. That is why a regular cube like NaCl unit cell contains the center of symmetry. In other words, you start from here, you go here, and you go here, or in all the 8 directions. 6 directions. No, 8 directions. 1, 2. So you can get similar atoms as per your definitions which you have read so far. So S2 axis is center of symmetry. Let us go to some other molecules. Like CO2. It has a C2 axis. But for looking S2 axis here, you have to consider the atoms as spheres, and the plane is of course dividing the atoms also. You have to divide by that plane, which is somewhere present here, and then rotate by C2, and then apply this plane. Then of course half of the atom has been cut and went here, oxygen atom. Another half which was present for the next atom is also oxygen. So So obviously we will get the image. That way it contains center of symmetry and has two axes. Let us go to BF3 molecule. It has S3 axis. Because it has a C3 axis, you divide the plane, you divide the molecule with the plane of the molecule, atoms, rotate by 120 only upper half, and of course you will get images after 120 degree rotation. So this axis is C3 as well as S3. But you can notice that this molecule does not has S2 axis. Obvious. I don't need to explain it. Therefore, BF3 does not contains center of symmetry. I leave on you to decide whether tetrahedron contains center of symmetry or not. I had explained S4 axis in tetrahedron. You tell me in the discussion time whether tetrahedron also has S2 or not. Let us go to square planar molecule platinum tetrachloride. It has C4, you know. That C4 can also act as C2. Although it has 4 other C2s perpendicular to that C4. But I am not talking about those C4 axes. I am talking only about the C4 axis, single C, those 4 C2 axes, sorry. This is the C4 axis, this is also a C2 axis. We apply C2 operation, then this Cl will come here, this Cl will come here. And then apply the plane, you will get the image after rotation. So obviously, the C4 here is S4 and also S2. Therefore, platinum tetrachloride contains center of symmetry. If you can view this, then let us see PCl5 molecule. You know this is a C3 axis. This is also a S3 axis. For the same reason which was in the BF3. But it does not contain S2 axis. I don't need to explain it further. So this does not has a center of symmetry. Although you have one point here, E. From here you move in this direction, you get Cl, you move in the opposite direction, you get Cl. There is one possibility, but this is not happening for these 3 Cls. Therefore, it does not contain, actually it does not contain an S2 axis. Therefore, it does not has what? I, center of symmetry. So the task here was to first to identify the S-axis, whatever S-axis is there. You have to find out and write. And if S2 is present, then specifically you will say yes, the body also contains center of symmetry. Let's go to an octahedron SF6 molecule. Your definition is working here. You go, I will get F, you will go here, you will get F, and so on. So obviously answer is that S2 is there. I mean center of symmetry is there. But S2 is there, you can see This is a square plane, and this bond or this particular bond is a C4 axis. It is also S4 because you apply, if you divide the sulfur and the 4 fluorines by a plane and rotate by 90 degree, then every atom will have an image below it. So this is also S4, and obviously it is also S2 because the axis which we are performing C4, you perform C2 with that same axis. This F will come here, this F will come here, and below it will get the image. So it also has S2RI, center of symmetry. Now you very well know that this is not the only C4 in this octahedron. There has 3 C4. It has 6 bonds. Any 2 trans bonds will constitute 1 C4, and obviously they will constitute 1 S4, and obviously they will constitute S2. But here one thing you should take care. You will say that in this body there are 3 C4, there are 3 S4, but you will not say there are 3 S2 into it. Although obviously there are, because S2 means center of symmetry, and there can be only one and one center of symmetry in the body. Therefore, you will write that this body has 3 C4, 3 S4, and S2. Existence of 1 S2 itself means that all these things are present. Symmetries are interrelated. That is why in the examination, if you write, if I give you any molecule, and if you write 2 elements of symmetry correctly and third one incorrect, then obviously the whole answer becomes wrong. Because if third one does not exist, then these 2 cannot exist. They are interrelated. So that is one of the problems with the questions in symmetry. Take care. So this was something about S type of axis of symmetry. But the story of octahedron is not complete yet. I want to ask you, you understood the octahedron symmetry axis. Does octahedron contains any other S axis other than S4 and S2? Let us investigate it. You know it contains C3 axis. I remember I have told you. Where is that C3 axis? This is one plane, triangular plane. It contains, that is a face. You know that octahedron contains 8 faces. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is one triangular face, equilateral triangle. You take the center of this triangle, take the center of this triangle. If triangle is like this, the center is this, and perpendicular to the plane of the triangle you draw a line. Since this is a perpendicular to plane of a triangle, so it should be a C3 axis. And this line fortunately also pass if I have drawn it correctly, yes. This will also pass through the triangular plane here, made by these 2 and this atom. These 2 atoms and this atom. You can imagine like this. Suppose you are standing here and looking along this axis, then you will find that there are two triangles. One is like this, and this particular face will look like this below it. In the blackboard, they are on the same plane, but actually they have separation. This plane is here and this plane is here, but if you look at, they will look like this. This triangle, and below that this triangle. And the center is common, centroid or whatever you call, is common and perpendicular to that planes. The axis is going on, going down, and this is C3 axis. You rotate by 120 degree. This atom will move here, this atom will move here, and so on. And of course, नीचे वाले triangle में भी this will move here, this will move here, and so on. So you will have similar look after rotation. So it's a C3 axis. My question was, is it also a S3 axis or not? And if not, then what S axis it could be? You understand now what is S axis? I repeat, you choose an angle and you rotate by that angle only upper half of the body. Keep intact, don't rotate the lower part. And after rotating the first half, then you check whether if a plane is kept in between these two halves, then the image is formed or not. If it is formed, then S axis is there. S, that particular number. So I won't tell here. In the discussion part, you will answer me whether any other S axis is there. It is S3 or not, the first question. If it is not S3, then what it is? That's it. In crystallography, the structure of the unit cell symmetry of NaCl unit cell is represented like this. Or OH.